Okay, so today I'm testing a auto siphon that I got from the brew shop. So I got a bottle or keg, one lager, one IPA. First I've got to do is to clean the actual siphon. So the auto siphon, let's just let it out. The way to clean it, I think, is I dip it in the solution that I've made up, and then I can't really do this with one hand. Maybe I can do it with one hand. There's this little bit here that you pull up and get it straight like that. Obviously I wouldn't do it like this in real, I'd use two hands, but I'm trying to show you something. And then you sort of just push it down and pull it up. Push it down, pull it up, push it down, pull it up, and then it should start to come out. I'll lift it up. Yeah, there we are. So basically what I'm doing now is transferring the cleaner from one barrel to t'other, and that way I'll get not only the barrels cleaned, but also the pipe work and the pump cleaned, and give them a quick rinse out with some clean water. Now then, I've got to transfer this IPA into the IPA container with some sugar. I've already put some filings in it, so let's lift the lid off. Oh, don't lift the lid, the CO2 will get in. Yeah, sorry, the oxygen will get in. Yeah, but it's okay. Interesting. So that looks bad on the one hand, but it's not, because you get this thing happening. We've seen it in a few brews where you put the flocculant in and it starts to lift stuff to the top and stuff goes to the bottom. Yeah, so that's fine. That's not a problem. That's been going a few days. Let's go and see where the lager is. So this is the lager, and I normally leave the hydrometer inside the mix, and we can see it's got to the black line there. So this is ready to go, and so that'll be the next thing, is to siphon this into the lager, siphon the IPA in the IPA, add some sugar, and then the barrel's conditioned, and I get about 3/4 of it out before it runs out of natural carbonation. I've not gone down the forced carbonation yet, which, from what I understand from the guys in the brew shop, then it's completely artificial after this. At the moment, this will take about 3 weeks to be ready, if everything went well. If you go down to forced carbonation, about 3 days, because you filter this stuff out with a filter, and then you put it into a much bigger pressure barrel, metal barrel. You put the S30 cylinder in, you siphon, carbonate it up, and it's already clear because the filter removed it. Whereas if we remove all of this gubbins that's in there at the minute, there'll be nothing for the sugar to eat on in the secondary fermentation. There'll be no gas in it. Yeah, so I prefer to do it this way, and I make the point the ancient Egyptians did it this way. Yeah, not with plastic obviously, but so that's fine by me. So back to this setup, I've just given it a few more pumps, and you can see it's quite vigorously coming out now. I did it off camera. Oops. So now this will go in here, and this will have exercised both things. I've filled it up quite a way, gave it a good shake. So both barrels would have been cleaned, the piping would have been cleaned, and then what I do at the end is I take some out of that tap into this one at the top, and then I swap them over. So everything should be good. The only thing left is the seals in here. Yeah, give them a little bit. So I'll put a little bit in a jug and stick that in a jug of water, a jug of cleaner, and then I'm good. Yeah. And what I'll probably do as well is, once I've finished this cleaning and putting them in the barrel, I'll then as I empty one of those, say I empty this one first, the IPA, then I can clean that with the solution from these barrels and use that for the barley wine. And that way I'm getting the maximum throughput. The barley wine I'm not going to touch until Christmas. It's February now, so I'll leave that in bottles. I'll put these other things in kegs, and we should be good. So that's the plan for today. Okay, so here it is working in situ. I just put the pump in. It's got a little clip there, got it going, and it's coming straight into the barrel fairly quickly. It looks pretty clear at this point. I mean, as clear as we're going to get it from a normal process with no filters. All I would say is that when you get it, of course, this little kink is in the line because of where they put it. So I think it might take a little while or some warm water to get that out, and that makes a bit of a difference. But you see, it's one-handed, two-handed to get going, but obviously you can clip it on the side, and then it's pretty substantially on there. It could be better, but it's not bad. And this has got a long tube, so it's going into the barrel good. Normally I end up dropping it and then I'm in trouble. Anyway, it seems to work pretty well. I'm quite happy with that. I'll then clean this barrel out, transfer the IPA, and then I'll get on, put the sugar in and get on with the barley wine, which should be nice for Christmas. Okay, thank you and bye-bye. So we've kegged the lager. I put a little bit of cling wrap around it. It seems to make the seal better. The rubber inside is flat and ready to take. You don't have to tighten it too much, but a bit more than a hand tight, yeah. It's had its 3 ounces of sugar in that. Will take a few days in here to warm up, and then it goes outside to cool down. Now, this stuff at the top here, I scooped a little bit off and drank it. It's fine. It doesn't taste of anything, yeah. What the eye don't know, you know. So that's fine. I'm gonna leave that in there. So now this is the old barrel that we took the. Sorry, this is the barrel we're going to put the IPA into. This is the barrel that we took the lager from just a moment ago. So now I'm using the siphon to suck the solution through, and then I'll put some through the tap as well. And it's already had a squish round inside and everything as well. The lid is inside some sterilising solution. So we should be good soon. And then I've got my equipment ready. So the airlock, the scraper or stirrer, and that's all ready. I'm going to have to put some sugar in, some water in there to warm that up. This is all ready for the next phase. I do want to get this kink out gradually with a bit of warm water. But that will be clean once I've rinsed it, ready to take the beer out of the siphon into here once I've rinsed that. Yeah, so that's good there. You see that first bit's come to an end. Yeah, that's fine. I could probably give it a few more pumps. Really, I need to do it with 2 hands. I can do it sort of with 1 hand, but that's pretty empty, right? So now I'll take that out of there and I'll put that to one side down here. And now I can I'll do it with 1 hand. I can hold this over the top of there. I can open the tap and give it a tilt. And now you see we're cleaning the tap. So that's really good. So we'll soon be ready to put the IPA into this barrel here. Then I'll be able to use this, clean it out and use this to start the next one, the barley one, which I'm looking forward to in Christmas, assuming we all live that long. Okay, cheers then, bye-bye.